Hello and welcome to Saurabh's classes. We are in question number 26 in the verbal section, and this question is about a small passage that's given, and there are four alternate summaries, and we have to choose the best option. So let's go through the passage first, and we will apply the rule of keywords to understand the meaning of the passage. So it says language is an automorphy found only in our lineage and not shared with any other branches of our group such as the primates. Now, you may not know the meaning of the word autapomorphy. The meaning of this word is derived characteristics or derived traits. That means something which comes from inheritance. So it's saying that it's found only in our lineage. Our means human beings, and not shared with other branches of a group such as primates, means other mammals. Primates is other mammals. We also have no definitive evidence that any species other than the Homo sapiens means human beings, ever had language. However, it must be noted straight away that language is not a monolithic entity, but rather a complex bundle of traits that must have evolved over a significant period of time. Now, look, even if you don't know the meaning of autapomorphy, in the subsequent sentence, it's being hinted that language is a complex bundle of traits that must have evolved over a significant time frame, which means it's a complex bundle of characteristics which has evolved over a period of time and therefore is a derived trait, which is the meaning of the word autapomorphy. Moreover, language crucially draws on aspects of cognition that are long established in the primate lineage, such as memory. The language faculty as a whole comprises more than just the uniquely linguistic features. So now we have marked the keywords. Language is one, autapomorphy is one, or derived characteristic is one. Then our lineage is one, and then not a monolithic entity is one. Complex bundle of traits is one. Evolved over a period of time is another phrase. And draws on aspects of cognition such as memory. And the last one is comprises more than just the uniquely linguistic features. So these are the keywords that we want to cover in the summary. So let's see which of the summaries covers most of these. So the first one says language is not a single uniform entity. So language is covered. Not a single uniform entity, that is covered, but the end result of a long and complex process of linguistic evolution. So what are covered is language, not a single uniform entity is covered, a long and complex process of linguistic evolution is covered, linguistic is covered. So these are the ones that are covered in the first option. The second option says language, a derived trait found only in humans, has evolved over time and involves memory. So again, language is covered, derived trait or autapomorphy is covered, only humans is covered, evolved is covered, and involves memory is covered. Let's move to the third one. Language evolved with linguistic features building on features of cognition such as memory. So language evolved covered, linguistic features covered, building on features of cognition such as memory is covered. And the last one says language is a distinctively human feature as there is no evidence of the existence of language in any other species. Now, this is directly picked from here. Language is not, we have no definitive evidence that any other species other than Homo sapiens ever had language. So it is just paraphrasing it or telling this in a different way. So it just talks about one aspect of what is being told in the passage. There is no mention about evolution of language in option 4. So option 4 is definitely the weakest one. It is not going to be the correct or the best option. Option 1 talks about language being a uniform entity. It talks about complex process of evolution, but it misses the point that it builds on aspects of cognition such as memory. This aspect of the passage is missed out, so this is also not the best one. Now the choice is between number 2 and number 3. Number 2 says language is a derived trait found only in humans, has evolved over time and involves memory. Now, it is not mentioned in the passage that it involves memory. It says it draws on aspects of cognition such as memory. So there's a difference. It takes or uses certain aspects of cognition or behavioral pattern, like cognition means how you recognize or understand or comprehend something. So memory is one aspect of it. There could be other aspects like the senses that you use. It could be touch, feel, sight, etc. So memory is one aspect, and it says that it draws on aspects of cognition such as memory. So memory is just one aspect. So it is definitely not the only aspect that is mentioned in option 2. It never says it involves memory. Okay. Option 3 says language evolved with linguistic features, which is correct, building on features of cognition such as memory. So this is the correct option because it says it builds on features of cognition such as memory. Memory is just one of them. So therefore option 3 is the correct choice.